Just when you thought Joe Biden couldn't be made to look like a bigger idiot, a tennis player does it. That's right. The intelligentsia, yes, the intelligentsia, just did an article I got to share with you. It says, Rick Scott is unfortunately kind of right about Novak Djokovic. Okay, so they cannot even say that he's right, just kind of right. So, a Republican senator, half Republican. Anyways, two things that were true in 2022 remain true today. Novak Djokovic, or Djokovic, I've heard it pronounced so many ways, but I'm just going to tell you, he's still the best tennis player in the world. Folks, he's the greatest of all time, and he's still not allowed to play in America. So if you remember, he actually stood up against Australia and got deported at the Australian Open. They wouldn't allow him to play there. But Djokovic, who holds a series of bizarre medical beliefs, people, remains defiantly unjabbed against COVID. You may recall that last year his stubbornness led to a drawn-out international incident, that's right, before the Australian Open, which we just talked about. Even Australia, which maintains some of the strictest COVID policies in the world for 2 years, awarded Djokovic a visa to play this year. He received a warm welcome, and he proceeded to kick butt and win his 10th Australian Open, people. And if you've never watched this guy play, just pull up a highlight reel. This guy's amazing, okay? But the U.S. alone, among major tennis destinations, continues to bar these unjabbed travelers from its shores despite the unclear at best benefit of doing so. They just said it was unclear at best. Oh my gosh, this out of the intelligentsia? Djokovic couldn't defend his U.S. Open title last year, and 6 months later, as the American hardcourt season gets underway, he still can't travel here. Now lawmakers are getting involved. So Marco Rubio and Rick Scott are pleading. How pathetic that they're pleading, but whatever, with the Biden, this is so ridiculous, okay? Now, if you remember, the public health emergency is supposed to end on May 11th. At which point this travel around international policy and jabbing may change. But the U.S. currently makes no effort to mitigate the spread of the virus. See, they're telling you right here, they're not making any. So if Djokovic shows a negative COVID test before boarding a flight to America, the worst case scenario is that he contracts COVID during his trip. So you mean instead of him giving us, we could give him. Oh, this is the insanity of it all, people. Given that America has tens of millions of unjabbed people, and the Miami Open doesn't require proof of having a shot, dang that Ron DeSantis in Florida and the whole thing going on down there. Actually, it's due to the tennis, I believe, body. But I'm just having fun with it. It's difficult to argue that Djokovic poses some kind of special threat. No joke. Even the lefties at the intelligentsia are turning against Joe Biden on this one. He looks like an absolute moron. And see, he's darned if he does, darned if he doesn't, because if he gives the visa, he's going to be showing favoritism. If he doesn't give the visa, he just looks like a complete moron and does not allow the greatest tennis player of all time to actually play in tennis tournaments. It's stupid. Anyways, hey, thanks so much for listening. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And remember to check out my sponsor, MyPillow, MyPillow.com. Promo code Lumberjack will save you up to 66%. I'm not even kidding you, 66%. Peace out.